I don't think it is worth it.
I liked it a lot.
I think it's important that both parties peak. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Long Man School Bus, the most unprofessional RPG podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your GM, Calvin Piper, and these fine folk play the game with me. Tonight's prompt players, we're going around and introduce ourselves. If you could wipe from your memory one book, TV show, or movie that you don't like,
Ooh,
what would it be?
my name is Matt. Play Zook Magoop, Male Turtle, Wizard 6 level 6, Twilight.
Right out the gate. Just
But Matt, if you did that, you could never put it on a big screen and put it on mute and then make up your own words.
Hang on tight, little spider monkey.
A
Or
very
recite.
southern.
Nick
Edward
Cage
Cullen.
in Con Air as Edward Cullen in Forks, Washington.
Hang on,
I would
Spider
watch
Monkey.
and read that.
Put the werewolf back in the box.
Do not imprint on that, baby. They're coming after us.
Local PD does not agree with this take.
Nah,
Matt.
No,
Right.
it thinks you're hot.
Shoot, I don't know. Something I wish I had never seen and would be okay with never seeing again. I don't think there's any movie that I like that vehemently. Oh, no. I take it back. It was when I got hoodwinked a few weeks ago when Kels put on a Hilary Duff movie, and it was Raise Your Voice.
Man,
That
that
movie sucks
really
ass.
affected you.
This is like the third
Yeah.
episode intro that has referenced
Well, 'cause
that experience.
yeah, it is. It's
Hilary
crazy.
Duff had two good movies, and then she had Raise Your Voice.
So Cadet
I
Kelly.
changed mine.
And
The
Elizabeth
original
Three
live
good
action
movies, and
Avatar.
Raise Your Voice.
There you go. Yeah, that's when I could
The
strike
original
from the
live
records.
action Avatar.
Wait, are you talking about where they go to Pandora?
The Last Airbender.
That came out before the last Airbender.
Yeah.
No, that's a good movie.
But Shyamalan did such a good job.
The Disney Avatar.
Not on that movie.
Ooh, here's a movie that nobody's thought about in years,
That's
but
Zach.
I just remembered. This is Zach. I play Kestis Thimbleweed. He's a centaur
Sup?
druid. You guys remember that movie Jupiter Ascending with Channing
was
Tatum and Mila
wild.
Kunis?
Never saw
That's
it 'cause
one
I
of the
heard it
worst-
sucks.
And then this girl. She was in it too.
She was that, yeah.
That's
uh-huh.
Anthony Davis, and he plays for the Los Angeles.
Okay,
No, that's this guy.
they were in it too.
Anthony Davis is in Jupiter Ascending. That'd be crazy. Eddie Redmayne in that movie. One of the
was such a
worst
strange
things I've
movie.
ever seen. Like, he's a dog man, and they can skate through the sky.
But they took
And Eddie Redmayne is only either whispering or screaming. It's very Nick Cage, that performance.
They took that movie so very seriously.
They did,
when
and
making
it's
it.
It got
awful.
28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's absolutely horrible. I saw that movie in theaters.
It wants to be a joke, but they would not let it be a joke.
I think it was the Wachowskis made that movie.
Really?
And everybody was like, it's the Matrix. They're going to do a Matrix. And then it was bad. Just a waste of my time and brain space. But now I'm thinking about Channing Tatum as a dog man. Because it's still up there,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's still, unfortunately, it's still there.
I could have healed civilizations if I hadn't seen
Eddie
Jupiter
Redmayne
Ascending.
played Balam Abrasax.
Yeah, of course.
Good job,
Balam
Balam
Abrasax.
Yeah, I loved Abrasax.
Wasn't he like some kind of warlord?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like some kind of
Eddie
warmonger
Redmayne.
guy.
Okay, so
He was like fresh off an Oscar
We've
win,
talked
and
too
then he
much
did
about this movie.
He played
too.
Balam Abrasax, and then there's a woman who just played Cleek.
Yeah.
The joke's right.
Was that eyebrows who
They
played
do.
Cleek?
Who knows?
I don't know. My name is Michelle. I play Nell.
Sup?
Forest Bard, level 6. And I'm going to say, I mean, I'm not very passionate about very many movies. And the things that I think suck, I forget because I barely remember the things that I love. So... No, okay. We all just looked over you. I'm gonna say the Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp in it. I
Good call.
hate it. I hate it so
Good
much.
call.
I hate the little
Johnny
the little
Depp,
Oompa
that little
Loompas.
asshole Johnny Depp.
He has a weird
He's
fucking
so
face in
gross.
that movie.
Listen,
I can't
there
stand
was
it.
Pirates, and then Johnny Depp sucked. He had this beautiful career where he was all sorts of good stuff, and then he became abhorrent. Like he used up all of his talent.
Like a sinister creep and not in an endearing way.
He did. I mean,
Yeah.
and he like blew his talent load on.
Nope. He shat his talent turd on the pillowcase that was
Crap Man.
We're back to Crap Man.
Can I just circle back to Eddie Redmayne makes Les Mis, an Oscar-nominated role for him.
Yep.
Theory of Everything wins an Oscar,
Yeah.
and then immediately makes Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Nominated for 8 Razzies. I'm assuming.
Because he peaked.
Probably.
He's like, I'm untouchable. I can anything I touch turns to gold.
But also-
and that's what it was. He had a
Minus.
drunken
Minus.
bet with someone who was like, oh yeah, here, I got this script across my desk the other day. You think you can make this one a winner? Okay, cool. Yeah, I can make anything a winner. Is he British? He's British. Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
He was talking with Timothy Oliphant, who is going to play the Bartimax.
I can make anything a winner. And then
He did make The Danish Girl in the same year as Jupiter Ascending, and like,
played the Danish girl?
he was nominated for an Oscar for that.
Oh, he was the Danish girl.
Yeah. And then after that, has never made a good movie.
Zach
again.
always talks about these deep cut movies nobody's ever heard
These
of.
movies were nominated for Oscars.
So, but the really fun thing about this is that Zach only has all of that information because of his time in theater school. So going forward, like maybe in 5 years, his references
I'm
are
gonna be
still
so
going to
out
be
of
the
touch.
same. Yeah, like
yeah.
great things can happen between now and then, but he won't know.
He won't know it.
I just won't know about any of the cool stuff that
As
happened.
it should
He'll
be.
just be like, man, that last Indiana Jones was pretty good.
Temple of Doom.
Doom 2 was good. 3 good. Doom 3.
He's saying Doom or Doom.
Yeah,
No.
I was saying Doom.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson in Doom 2.
So, man.
I'm Matty B, and I play Wyatt Masterson, the Heron Gone rogue. I'm having trouble thinking of things that I really disliked.
Man's a lover.
I am a
That's right.
I am a Ghostbusters fan though, and I will say
Don't
the-
do it.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
It's
Not in
freaking
March.
International
Not in
Women's
March.
I'm sorry.
Don't
Wow.
say it. No.
The
Don't.
female-led-
No.
Ghostbusters
Say that
is
last one. Say
terrible.
the last one they just did with the kids.
No, it's
Say
good.
The one with the kid.
It's good.
So wait, they
It's
only
great.
ever made one bad Ghostbusters movie?
And that was the
Yeah,
one with
and it was
women
when they
starring
tried
in
to
it?
remake it, and
my God.
it wasn't due to the acting. It was just poor script. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
It was
The
written by a
dialogue was
woman, dude.
awful. The script was
I'm
awful.
sorry, Michelle.
They
Who
had
was it written by?
breasts.
Greta
I mean-
Gerwig?
You know what's really unfortunate is that probably the best part of that
Beat to it.
Ghostbusters movie is Chris Hemsworth, and that sucks to say.
It was terrible.
Look at the
You
calendar.
can't say that. You just can't.
No, it's fine,
It's okay,
guys.
I'm with you.
I'm the worst part of this.
Hey,
I was still
table.
I was still in theater
I
school for when
reiter-
this movie came out, so I
There you
know
go.
about
You
it.
could-
I reiterated.
about that
Hey,
one.
do you remember back before Michelle
That it
started
had
playing
nothing to
us,
do with the
it was
actors.
just a
No,
bunch
it
of
doesn't.
guys playing?
Yeah.
They
It's
were
better.
great.
I get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was pretty great.
No, it's good.
It wasn't.
Has
I
anyone?
More
remember
than
when-
Michelle's we made along the way.
When it was just the 4 of us playing, and you would crochet on the couch, like, that sounds like fun.
And you giggle. You mean?
Ah, that Calvin, he's so funny.
Yeah, look here,
I wish you
see.
would go out with me.
Oh wait, we're married. See?
100% married at that point. Have I missed?
We were married. Are we just giving her different voices?
Yeah, so married.
Ah, Calvin, you're my husband.
He's going from being
Have I?
the bat to being this.
Have we done everybody? Can I go into the? Can we start the game now?
Calvin,
or-
you are my husband. Drew, you didn't
Thank
say
you.
yours. Drew didn't say yours.
No, that's fine. He's taking too long now. I've-
Drew's was The Sound of Music. He said that movie sucks. Go.
All right. With all of that energy coursing through our veins, we'll go ahead and start episode 29 of the Wild Magic School Bus.
Man.
So the last time we were here, the adventurers had begun their search for the items needed to create the arcane circle to try to get out of the void. Kestis, using his druidic abilities, was able to quite brilliantly find a way to the Black Bard, the sunken vessel deep below the ocean. Nell was able to procure many different fabrics and is continuing to do so, while others continue to search for the bioluminescent ink and the chalk for the spell. Finding the Black Bard, Kestis returned and informed Barrios, who, using some of his lunar magics, was able to summon transportation down to the ship much faster than before, cutting a half-hour trip into about 10 minutes. Reaching the ship, and using a little bit more of their arcane leverage, they were able to unlock and then open the sealed door of this ship, revealing a virtual treasure trove down here in the ocean. And now, with time not necessarily on their side, they have to figure out if there are some gems down here and if they can take it back up with them. And that is where we find ourselves tonight, with the storyline currently, the spotlight of the story currently on Kestis and Barrios, as you guys are now in the belly of this ship with a treasure trove laid out before you.
Investigation check. I'm sending the dancing lights all over the room because there's
Absolutely,
5 of them.
yeah. You can go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
See if start looking through the piles.
Yeah,
for
if
the
you'd like to make an
gems that we-
investigation check as well, go for it.
It's super low. Only a 6.
Mine was a 3. There's a bunch of stuff down here.
You guys begin to dig through these piles of gold, these barrels of precious items, these chests full of seemingly endless valuable objects. However, in the probably 10-ish minutes that you take to look around, you do not find any semblance of a precious gem in the ones that you are looking for specifically.
Okay, we're sort of stuck here. I'm gonna cast locate object
Okay.
for I think we needed for an emerald, since we need 2 of those and only 1 of the other 2.
Sure. Sending out the tendrils of magic, you begin to feel for this object, kind of picturing it in your mind's eye. And as you do, you can kind of feel almost like a magnetic pull towards the center of one small barrel off to the side. And opening the top, which is fairly easy, the wood is mostly gone at this point. You can begin to kind of rummage through and pull out a handful of small stones, 2 of which are in the dim light kind of have a dark greenish tint to them.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, outside of making another investigation check or an arcana check, I don't have any spells that would be of use.
Yeah.
Right
I mean, if you
now.
want to try to make another one, you're more than welcome to. It's just gonna, if it's another failure, it's another 10 minutes of
Oh boy.
time.
Okay.
So you guys are currently at about 25 minutes of
Okay,
being
Starting
down
to
here.
Push beyond
Yeah.
the halfway point of
Yes.
our hour.
Very much so.
Okay.
You not so much are worried.
I was gonna say I sort of, while we're down here, I try to get Barrios' attention and explain, like, you can go, I'll stay longer.
Got it. 14 on that check.
14. You do spend another 10 minutes looking, but you do recover 1 amethyst. You find a rather fancy bracelet, very large bracelet, and set in it are several small stones. But one of them is looks to be an amethyst, and with a little bit of prodding, you can kind of dislodge it or just take the whole thing with you. Up to you.
Okay. I will give it to Kestis.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you now have 1 amethyst and 2 emeralds in your possession.
And I'll take another pass around the room at the same time.
Okay, make another investigation check.
15.
15. Without wasting the 10 minutes, you are able to locate.
Standing there waiting for you to bring me an amethyst.
You are able to locate an amethyst after rooting around for a little bit longer.
What do we still need that's down here?
So we need squid ink, stone powder, big canvas, and those gems. This may be because of my previous absence. At one point, there was maybe a person down here in the shipwreck that had also come looking for the shipwreck. Did we get? I feel like I remember this person had like a necklace that was described to us, maybe like a piece of jewelry that was described to us. I could be making that up.
I don't know if there was ever any. There was.
But I know the name of the person.
Yes.
So could I cast locate object for the skull of
They were
Of-
looking for a piece of
Bara.
You're trying to locate Bara.
Right. This is Vodos's partner who
Yes.
was lost at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
Can I cast locate object for like the skull of this person who has been at the bottom of the ocean for some amount of time?
Yes. I would say go ahead and make a Arcana check with advantage because you are using this spell. So I will say go ahead and make make an Arcana check with advantage.
Sharkana check.
That's not, but the first one was good. I'm gonna beef it up. I have one more knack for it today.
Okay. Yeah.
So we found all the gems we're gonna find.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start to go up while he's
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
I'm taking the lights with me.
That's a 21 Arcana check.
As Barrios is gathering the last of things and getting ready to leave, you spend some time, and you know the spell looks for objects, but using a little bit of your street smarts, you're trying to find the loophole in the arcane of this moment, and you reach out not for the person, but just for a physical object that is technically the person, and you kind of reach out with this just kind of like faint hope that you're not going to find anything, based on what Connie was saying about how this person's probably, maybe not be there, maybe they're somewhere else. And you get to the edges of your perception, the 1,000 feet that you can see in your mind's eye. And at the very end, there's a little blip. Way, way down, further down below the boat, there is more ocean, more darkness. And based on what you're sensing, there is some sort of a body or what's left of a person down there.
I think I have to see if there's anything to see down there. I'm gonna try to quietly. I gotta go shark mode again because
Sure.
I can't see anything.
Yeah.
And then head down that direction.
Okay.
Also, wherever I'm keeping these gems, I just grab like a handful of gold coins and I stick that in there too.
Yeah. Grab a handful of gold. Good call. Yeah.
Pop it in.
Just shove it in. You're fine.
In a bag.
All right. So you begin to head down. Barrios, you begin to head out.
Yes. So I'm going to use my dancing light spell because it says you can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form.
Oh.
And I can move them up to 60 feet at a time. So what I'm going to do is slow Michael Kelps down to 60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And project about 30 feet in front of me a vaguely humanoid form. And I'm going to go back to the surface that way.
I've never known Dance Nights to do that. That is a brilliant use of the spell.
Don't want to get punched
Incredible.
in the face.
All right, so you begin to head out using your dancing lights. Go ahead and do another either animal handling or dexterity for me to move through the sea ghosts.
Sorcery point. I'm going to reroll that. 11.
11. So you go and make another wisdom saving throw.
Hey, 16.
All right, so you again, you do not get paralyzed by the touch, but you do take another point of poison damage for passing through their forms.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can make your way out and begin to go. Are you stealthing by yourself while using the light?
I'm almost like a combination of stealthception. Or like
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me then, just based on that.
Okay. 20.
20. Yeah, you project the light and move out, and in your kind of holding breath moment, trying to see if anything's going to happen, you are greeted with the darkness of the ocean. Nothing seems to take notice of you or notice your light even then, or investigate it in any way. But you can then rapidly make your way, speeding up out of that area back towards the surface of the void, with your gems intact.
Cool.
Castus, you begin to descend further down. You begin to feel the pressure of the ocean against your shark form, but it does not affect you. But the pressure builds down here. But you can make your way down the 1,000 feet or so to the very bottom of the ocean, and this area is where everything kind of settles. The sediment, the utter darkness, not even a glimpse of light above you at this point. But thanks to your blind sight, you are able to locate the area where you sensed the objects, and arriving down there, you do find what looks to be a couple of, at this point, it's just shards of bone. And you do find a small metallic object. It's cylindrical. And it's maybe about 2.5, 3 inches long. But it's a round, kind of quarter-sized cylindrical object.
I'm gonna just scoop it up in my teeth.
You swallow it.
I'll pass it.
It's gone. But yeah, you
There's
can
not
take.
plumbing in the
Yeah.
void, so
You can grab the object and bring it back with you. No issue. For the sake of expediency, you
Start
don't
making
run
my way
into
back to the surface.
you don't run into any trouble. I'll just go ahead and roll just to make sure. And once again, I'm rolling 1s and 2s, so no, nothing sees you or notices.
will, on my way up, instead of bringing everything with me, I'm
Sure.
gonna find lower than I've seen anyone else go.
Right.
I'm gonna find one of those sort of small caves or pockets in the stone, and just deposit this item in
Okay.
there, and then turn back into Kestis and take the stuff out of my pouch.
So going up to the rock shelf where everyone harvests, you go. Okay, so
But
yeah, you go a ways
lower
away.
than I've
Sure.
seen other people
Go
actually
ahead
use.
and roll a survival check for me to kind of mask this area, and kind of give yourself.
That's 14.
Not bad, actually. You're not used to coral and ocean, but you've hidden many things before in your life, so
A
this
dead
shouldn't
drop is
be-
not a new thing.
Dead drop's not anything. No, not at all. But yeah, making your way back, you can reconvene with the rest of your party and locate the gemstones that you need. So congratulations, guys. You
Fantastic.
made it through.
Wait, I did look up, or I read into sharks being able to withstand pressure. They cannot, the way fish do. They don't have a swim bladder. So.
what?
You
There
were,
are
you
sharks
were
that-
100% right.
Yeah, there are.
Wait, what?
He was talking about feeling pressure even though he was a shark.
Mhm.
That's a fact, bro.
Check it.
Calvin knows biology.
Did you say that?
I said that.
Calvin
You
said
so
that.
Oh, he did. Wow.
Calvin said it.
I knew I was right when Drew didn't correct me. All right, so moving on to you buddy. Moving on to the other portions of our story.
Oh, I'm not playing.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
I'm leaving.
I am.
You guys are.
Oh, but you found squid ink.
We'll see what happens there. So, but we'll continue the story as Matt slowly gathers his things and has to leave.
Boys.
Such is the
Say
life.
hello to whoever it is you're gonna see.
So, who else is attempting to do something as we continue on our quest for the
You can
list?
get more bed sheets.
Yeah, how's the sheeting going?
You did get you did get a couple of blankets. But that's about the extent of it at this
Later,
point.
Matt.
Extra big ones, if I recall. Is it big enough for what we need yet?
No.
Now get more then.
All right. How do you explain yourself this time?
Kestis has made a real mess of all this.
Guess this is just the worst inmate ever.
He keeps pooping the bed.
He does. He can't help
Did you
it.
find like a little cylinder?
There's apples everywhere. Every morning we come in there. Anyways, he needs another blanket. He's just a child.
You just eat the apples whole?
Okay.
leave
This
the
is going to
cores.
be another deception check. The DC will increase though,
Okay.
because you are using the
same
same
Yeah,
lie
maybe come up with some
as
new material. I
before.
don't know.
Fine. Barrios is getting
Nope,
fatter
you've
than ever.
already said your thing.
Oh, so we're gonna body chamber? Yes.
I mean, he's getting so swole going and swimming in the oceans. All right. 22. Does 22 do it?
The DC
And if
is
it
now
doesn't-
25.
And I'll use a knack for it to make it 24.
That
Okay.
was a 3. 22 and 3 is 25.
Oh yeah, 25. You're right.
Not to mansplain arithmetic, but my God, Michelle.
On this, the 17th day.
It's
The
the 19th
19th
day,
day.
motherfucker.
Oh, but the thing is, like, I know I've fucked up a few days, so for me, it's
So
only
there's
the-
a couple that didn't
Eliminating
count.
the days that he was a misogynist. It's only the 2nd of March.
Listen, guys. No, listen. Michelle,
My
you're the
library
only
books
one.
aren't due back for another week and a half.
Michelle, you're the only one who doesn't have to listen because I don't want to be mean.
I don't.
Listen, guys. I told Michelle I'm always a little misogynistic. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Does that mean I get like
If you-
one free punch?
If you get a massage, you
One-
might not hate them.
He makes it great.
Boo.
Okay, I'm
No?
gonna leave too.
Nobody?
Matt, wait.
So much Kestis and Barrios time.
Yeah, it's great. It makes
Oh,
it for
boy.
last time. Okay, so
Surely I've gotten enough sheets.
with the 25, you are able to collect more, albeit a little more of a shaky alibi, but you are able to secure some more fabrics
You
to
tell him
get you
that you're
closer.
gonna make a trampoline, a safety net for if anyone gets accidentally thrown
trampoline.
over.
Oh,
the-
like in Crafty and Robin, when Robin's family died because they didn't have the net for when they were doing
Yeah.
the trapeze. Yeah.
They used to be called.
Came under Crapman's wing as Sparrow.
Crapman and Sparrow, yeah.
It used to be called a jumpoline till your mom got on it.
My mom's a whore.
Yeah,
You
wow,
missed
Drew.
The 19th day of Women's Month or whatever.
Hey,
It's
it's
16th.
not.
Whatever.
Listen.
On this, the whatever day of fucking month.
Some month. I don't know. It's March. You can't say that in March.
Beware the Ides of whatever. Okay.
The leprechauns or whatever, dude. All right. I'll also spam my other spell that I've been
I'm
trying
giving
to
the
do.
Native Americans another month. You women can't have this one.
I found the coffee shop's Instagram post for tomorrow. Screw women. This was for the natives.
Today is for the natives. That's how we feel. Right?
Down with women, up with gays.
This one's for the Braves. Oh yeah.
What else do we need on this damn list?
I don't know.
Rock
Everything other than
powder.
all the cool stuff that me and Will just got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no big deal. We pulled our weight. I don't know what you two bros are doing.
Oh, you know what? I think I am going to go do a little bit of preventative maintenance or just sweeping, building
Get
services.
some rock powder.
I'm going to go get some
Oh yeah, in the
stone
classroom
powder.
where they do all the teaching. Just clap the
Get
yeah.
the chalk out.
Yeah, because they're big on educating their prisoners here.
Yeah, that's why I think Caden's such a good guy.
Broom and dustpan. I'll go and,
Not talking about why there's teachers in maximum security prison, huh?
Work release.
If there was
That was a good one.
if there was any kind of like rock-like creatures, maybe we could find some of their leavings. That would be.
You think Korg dumped his pants, and you're just gonna find those lying around?
Never mind. Nell's going to go take a nap for the rest of the day. She's deserved it. No, I'm
She's
kidding.
done one thing.
She
She's
told
convinced-
one lie to a guy that has a
somebody
crush
else
on her.
to
She's
go
like,
get a
I'm
big sheet."
exhausted.
Barrios, you got a
Must
20
increase
nature check.
I rolled that on accident like an hour ago.
Oh, it just popped up.
Wait, the diver's docks, perhaps?
That's the size of the canvas you want.
Okay. And I've nearly got it. Right?
You're getting close.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and I'll decide to go and sweep up in a little broom and dustpan, go get some stone powder.
You're
going back from March.
you're going to try to get stone powder from
Floor.
From the builders.
the builders.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So you head to an area of the void where they are currently working, and you can see they seem to be working on an area that is mostly clear of other individuals at this time. But they seem to be patching up surfaces and rebuilding elements of the void using some sort of plaster to seal up leaks or other areas where water would seem to be coming through. You can see they all have little pails that contain whatever plaster this is, and they are mixing it with water from down below, and they're using it to repair. But as you approach, you can see they regard you, but they don't talk to you. But you do see the foreman of them is the large black minotaur that has been seen with Caden before.
Hello, greetings. I am done with my duties up at the commissary today, so I figured I'd make myself useful, come down, sweep up after folks.
You say this to him. He turns around and looks at you, like looming over you, about 3 times your size.
No, I could get his ankles.
Probably good. Looks down at you and says, Grundle don't need more workers.
But would Grundor like a morale boost for his workers?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
You hit my dice.
Which was a 20.
It's better. It's a 19.
She rolled an 8.
Yeah, well, we're not going to count that die, are we? We're just going to roll the better one.
And she rolled a 7
really
and an
did.
8.
It really did hit. So either
Uh-huh.
way. So if you want it to be the lower one,
I asked you to roll
go
a
ahead,
die.
do it in March. That's fine. Do it in the month of March. Make it. the
Yeah,
lower one.
wow, this is really cool. It's like he's like questioning your authenticity or something.
Oh,
I don't-
constantly.
Letting Will's dice get in the way, just men holding back women.
Oh.
March.
The damn patriarchy in his own dice box.
and all I'm trying to
Calvin
do
has
is
something he
sweep
could
in
do
the
about
game.
it.
God damn it! I'm in a fantasy game and I'm sweeping. I'm sweeping.
While the men do the real work
Sweep-
on the
yeah.
scaffolds.
Sweeping and
With
trying to like entertain them. I don't know. It's weird.
With a 19, you are able to, your persuasion works, and Grundle kind of looks at you and looks at them, and hey! And they all like stop and look at him, just like, why? He goes, 2 minutes. And he like turns and walks away, and they all kind of immediately put their stuff down and all sit down, and it's like, and like take a minute to like breathe and stuff, and just kind of look at you and just.
Michelle, you have to entertain them for 2 real life minutes. Go.
Why did you
Hold
put
on.
both microphones by you?
I got it. Hold on. I'll get the timer.
It's a
going.
problem.
All right. 2 minutes.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
Go.
Hold on.
Be entertaining.
Yeah, bring on the entertainment.
so
What are we just
bored
looking?
down
I thought. What is this? Is she prepared?
I've been doing nothing but inhaling chalk dust all day.
Oh, I like that.
Oh my gosh,
Stinking
yeah.
days.
I like that. Movie.
All right, I'm going.
Hi guys, so it's me, Missy, and I just wanted to say I'm coming live to you. Looks like we've got some entertainment that's popping up, so let's see what happens.
A voidfluencer.
A void fluencer.
So far,
Missy came
nothing's
from a
happened.
prison too. That's crazy.
Yeah,
This is full
she's
circle.
right back in
Origin
prison.
story.
The origin. Oh my
So,
god.
We're stalling for you, dude. You got a minute and 18 seconds left.
so maybe she'll
Wonderful.
kick it off in just a sec. I don't know, but like and subscribe.
I once learned a song up above on a ship, and I'll teach it to you in order to keep your spirits up while you're working. Work, 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 work.
Oh, no, I know where this is going.
Work. Okay, but I'm going to be doing Song of Rest while all this is happening, so they're going to feel so rejuvenated. They're-
I thought you were singing Rihanna.
Song of
That's for the
Rest
next
is
one.
10 minutes.
All right, I can keep the timer going.
Sing for me for 10 minutes, Michelle.
Yeah. But is the Minotaur close enough to hear this stuff? Because I think he's just gonna get kind of like lulled
kinda,
into
like,
like.
vibe out.
Hey, I
Isn't
like
the Minotaur the one that sings, or is it the other one that sings?
Grundor does not sing.
Grundor
24601.
doesn't sing,
The
it
oth-
does not
Two
mention
four six zero one.
anything
His
about
name
it
is
being 10 minutes.
24601.
It just says beginning at second level, you use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies.
9, 8, 7,
Mm-hmm.
6.
During a short rest.
Work, work.
So, with
work,
For an hour, you could try to do it.
I mean, it's a short
Does it
rest.
have to be an hour for short rest? I thought short rest
is an hour. Yeah.
I thought
it?
no, it's 8 seconds to an hour.
No.
Drew, I have a
it
feeling
does
you've been
not.
lying to someone for a long time.
It's definitely an hour.
Then I
You
use
start to sing for
antagonize.
2 minutes, and at the cusp of 2 minutes, Grundor comes back and goes, "Time's up!" And they immediately like grab their stuff and begin to like rummage around and begin to go back to work. He looks at you and goes, "Thank you."
Oh, looks like Grumpy Grundor is back, so I'm gonna get back to my.
Missy gets thrown
We'll yeet Missy out of
into
this.
the ocean.
Into the ocean.
Is there a bucket of dust?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
I'll take it.
Just go to the workout room where they've just got all that chalk.
Yeah,
You're just gonna
exactly.
grab it?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll be taking this as payment for my beautiful performance. Work.
Go ahead and make a athletics check for me.
Oh boy. You
got a nat 16? for
That's a nat 20. You're immediately picked up by Grundor. Hey, that's for builders. You're not a builder.
Shit, yeah, you're right.
My bad. He doesn't drop you.
Try the song again.
Work.
Oh no, guys! Shit's going down.
Grundor uses Nell to beat Missy to death.
Oh,
Just
so sorry. All right, I'll drop the bucket.
you put the bucket down.
Yeah.
He swings you out the other way and lets you go.
Mage hand, I'm scooping up that.
Oh, the unheard servant grabs the bucket.
No, I'll wait.
You leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my shoes are covered in dust. So much dust, it's fucking caked on. I'm gonna have so much dust,
The
more
dust
than I
that got kicked up when he was waving Missy around at Nell.
No.
This is the worst day ever. I give up. Somebody else can do something. I'm turning in.
I had to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Barrios and Kestis
Hey,
walk
so-
like, shut up.
So you hear shouted down the void, the hollow of the void. Hey, don't worry about it now. I bet my day's gonna go really bad too.
Okay.
I'll try to make it even worse so you feel better.
They didn't even.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna try and start a regiment.
Regime.
We're here for regiment change down here in the.
Oh.
Fix your skin or else.
Does anyone want to do anything?
No, fuck.
Will looks
My
worried.
plan's stupid.
It's their. It's their turn to do something.
Yeah, it's their turn now.
I'm not saying anything until Drew is able to break eye contact with Will.
Well, it looks like no one's ever
Somebody
gonna
needs to
say
say
anything ever again.
something.
Yeah, at some
No.
point.
I'm using the chalk in the
Break.
mattress. Will that work?
The mattress.
Okay,
Gross
so
mattress powder.
Sawdust.
Maybe.
I'll go back in. I'll touch it. I won't lick it this time, but I will try to like draw something on the ground, grumbling the whole fucking time. I didn't realize it would take an hour. I thought they would love it. I thought they would think that song's so good.
hey, Nell,
I
what's
mean-
wrong?
Nothing.
Whoa.
That's your response. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's my response.
Does mattress dust work? Like to like.
It's a powdery
Hey, do
substance.
I recognize the mattress dust?
No.
Do I recognize the mattress dust?
What'd you roll?
A 19.
No.
What is that going to be?
We know where
medicine?
there are open buckets of rock dust. I
Yeah.
feel like we could probably figure
No, it's
something
fucking
out.
impossible. That's at the
I don't.
I was like, we're gonna die here.
I can only do so much, guys.
And-
I can
yeah, it's
only
not
do
enough.
so.
Okay, Nell, hey.
I'm just kidding.
I just look at Connie. It's kind of catchy. Work, work, work.
Yeah, I
They
don't.
say we have to work.
I don't think you're getting the recognition you deserve now. Let me just let that be. You know, I think I'm gonna go talk to what's his name that runs the place.
Yeah, go find the
Alright.
dust buckets or so. I'm not.
I want to find out why he got to get rid of that kid.
I'm gonna hang back just a little bit, just in case something goes a little bit squirrely.
Okay.
So go in, ask your questions, and
Oh no, he's not gonna see me.
I'll make an. We want questions.
Okay.
Answer.
All right, fine.
So what I'm thinking is go in
Uh-huh.
as diplomatic as you can and see if you can get some questions answered. If he decides he wants to do something different, then I'll persuade him otherwise.
Okay. I got this. We go up to...
Right? You make your way up to where Caden resides to try to speak to him. You head up there. You can see there are several prisoners on this level, but nobody is around Caden currently. He seems to be at his in his cell by himself, working. It looks like he's either sewing something or mending something. He's just kind of busying himself as you approach. Looks up and sees you. Come in.
Hey, thanks. Caden, was it, right?
Yes, and apologies, I don't quite remember everyone here. I know you're one of the new ones.
Yeah, came in just a few days or something ago. Connie. Brava. Good to meet you.
Pleasure. Tell me, Mr. Bravo, what can I do?
I just had a few questions. First of all, I just want to say I totally understand what you're doing here. Well, not completely, but I understand, bringing order to chaos, making this place more livable for those of us who have to be here.
Well, thank you.
Seems like you've got this place locked up pretty well.
I mean, as well as you can be locked up in a maximum security prison, but yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to, make sure that I fully understood the situation, so I didn't make any wrong turns or anything like that. And I wanted to start with just a quick question about that kid that you tossed out the airlock.
Seisha.
That's the one, yeah. What was all that about?
Seems as rumors are circulating faster than disease down here.
Whoa.
Whatever you may have been informed, nobody was tossed out. We haven't had somebody go for a swim in several months. We're pretty good at keeping our people alive.
Oh, really? Well, what happened then?
Seisha tried to escape. Apparently, whatever you and your friend said to him scared him more than the horrors of this ocean.
Okay. Well, you took him and you had him for a little bit before he left. Did he tell you what caused him to do something like that?
All I could get out of the lad was something about a killer, and that your friend was one of them, but who isn't down here in some way, shape, or form.
And that's it.
That's all he could tell me. What did you and your friend talk about?
Well, I don't know. I came across the two of them, and the kid was freaking out, and he thought my friend was some boogeyman who had killed his whole clan. I have no idea.
That is a powerful accusation.
I should say so.
Well, perhaps I need to have a conversation with this friend and see if that is true.
I mean, like you said, who here ain't a killer?
Yes, I suppose you're right. Maybe it's just me being overly protective.
So why were you put in here, by the way?
Oh, that is a long story with an arduous legality and several other instances. Suffice it to say, I am here, and I deserve it.
That looks like the system works.
Some would say.
It's like a real sign of remorse there. Well, if you ever want to talk about that, I'm all ears.
Of course.
Well, my friend's all ears, really. So, say a fella or a lady.
Of course.
What? Huh?
We've rehabilitated you.
Okay.
Wow.
Jail's been good for you.
Was interested in finding some, unusual, atypical items, substances around here. How would they go about acquiring them? You know, things that were not, just regularly traded.
Contraband.
I assume there's no such thing as contraband here in a prison run by prisoners, but I could be wrong.
No, of course not. But atypical is going to be difficult to find. You see, most people are stripped of their belongings before they're brought down here. Anything that we have, we've made by ourselves, we've created, or we've scavenged. You ask around enough, some people might have something you're looking for, but you're not going to find much atypical. We do have many arcane, knowledgeable people down here, and a lot of things can be spells. And something we learned very quickly is those who can cast spells cast them at their own peril.
Oh. They don't... Really?
Yes.
Spells are a little wonky down here?
Not only wonky, but dangerous. A pressurized tube, miles below the sea. It can be dangerous and not a great help to anybody other than to express anger or cast a fireball in a small room. It's really not very helpful. So
it just seems to me like maybe it'd be a good idea to start organizing, groups of people to come together for as a market or something, or as a guild, or where they can start talking about how to use their skills and resources for the betterment of the whole of everyone here. Maybe come up with some ideas to make life a little more enjoyable down here than it is.
If you have suggestions, I'm all ears. We've tried to make this place as habitable as we can, being that it is a prison. But everyone has duties and jobs that they do to help the betterment of this place. I don't see how we can maximize them anymore.
Well, I've found that by encouraging collaboration among people, especially among people who have similar talents and thinkings, and then also who have disparate ways of thinking and viewing the world and maybe interacting, and kind of can create solutions to problems you never knew you had. So like social organizations, common interest clubs, things like that.
I think you'll find most common interest clubs have to do with crime or violence for most of the men and women down here.
That's like simplifying things too much. We're not all just criminals. It's just like most of us have become criminals because it's of circumstance. Like, for instance, look at me. I don't consider myself a criminal. Yes, have I done things that were against the law of the land in which I live? Sure. Did I agree with those laws? No. I'm not out to hurt anyone, and most of these people I would say are not.
You've not met the vast majority of them then. We're all here because we don't deserve to live on the same plane as other people.
Can I ask you when you came to think that?
The day they dropped us down here, I knew that to be true. We are all prisoners, deserving of death, but granted a far worse sentencing, to spend the rest of our existence in a lightless world, surrounded by those just as corrupt and evil as we are. I implore you to try to find a good soul down here. You will be sorely mistaken. Everyone here, given the chance, will turn and stab you in the back. I believe one of them already has.
Well, in the front and the side.
It's very inaccurate but persistent. Point is, Connie, we're not the good guys. We're the bad guys. And we all got what we deserved.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
Well,
I'm really sorry you say things like that.
when the day comes that you run the void, you run it as you see fit.
I will. Oh, anyway, could you tell me where could I get some rock dust, stone powder, chalk?
What are you needing chalk for?
Well, a friend of mine, we're just kind of like trying to cheer her up, and we're trying to do like, I don't know, a special celebration for her, and we need some hypercolor squid ink, rock dust. Yeah, that should do it.
Make
1 amethyst, 2 emeralds, a topaz.
Make it-
Not on my grocery shopping list.
make a deception check.
You meant persuasion. Because that's +5 and deception's -3.
Whoa. Did you mean persuasion?
I mean, he's not telling him the truth, so that's why that was my
You
mode of
sound
thought.
like a lawyer.
I'm not going to add my knack for it because that wouldn't do shit. 3.
A 3.
What was the floor club?
This is the minus.
Yeah.
He watches you for a moment. Of course. Anything for a friend. You'll find we do, in rare occasions, catch squid for some of the food. The commissary will have any remnants of those left over. Talk to Grundor and tell him anything from the builders, any kind of dust or mortar he can get from him.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
Now, is there anything I can do for you?
No. Mr. Brava, I'm perfectly content where I am.
That bothers me more than you could possibly imagine.
Is that Drew speaking?
Aren't our characters
Little both.
always just a little...
It's kind of bleeding through a little bit.
Extensions of ourselves.
He returns to his sewing.
What's he sewing?
You look
Massive
down.
canvas. You would have hundreds of
Huge.
blanks.
Oh, could I have that?
A t-shirt that says Connie
He-
sucks.
No, it seems to just be a little.
Potter stinks.
It seems to be some sort of a small pouch or something.
Oh.
Some
I
sort of
went
just
to
a
the void
cloth
and all
pouch
I
that
got
he's just
was a
sewing
shirt.
together. Seems like he's
That makes
mending
so
some
many
sort of
of them.
a seam on the side of it. But yeah, goes back to what he's doing.
All right. Well, I assume you know where to find me at any time. So if you ever do need something, let me know. Also, could you do me a favor? One more. I know.
Of course.
But I figure this is maybe a little tit for tat. If you find out anything more, hear anything more about my friend being some kind of monster, could you give me a little heads up? You see, he doesn't remember much about who he is before an unfortunate accident he was involved in.
That is interesting. I'll see what I can find.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
What was the name of the guy who can give me the rock dust?
Grundor, my second.
Oh, the big minotaur.
Yes.
Just tell him you said I could have some rock.
He'll know.
Okay.
Some rock.
Some rock.
Hey, Gwendol, you got some rock?
and also a spoon.
You know,
Remember
whatever.
little glass pipe I could... Nah, I'm just...
Okay.
Classic
But yeah.
Rotor.
You can collect down at the commissary. There is a few corpses of squids that are left behind with a little bit of finesse and some deft hands. You can extract a little bit of their ink from them, collecting yourself a small little bit of that, and retrieving the chalk from Grundor. You have...
Is it bioluminescent ink?
One way to find out.
All you had to do was ask.
I cut my hands like
I'm
this.
sleeping. I'm taking a nap.
It doesn't seem to glow right now, but it's the only ink you have currently, so might work, it might not work.
Okay.
One way to find out. But yeah, you have those. You have all those, and you have everything else on your list. So now the next step is putting it all together. And that is where we will leave you all tonight, with the party successfully gathering all of the items on their list. And we will see how that works out the next
I hate
time.
when we get
No.
stuff when we roll threes.
There's always a about it. But we'll see what happens.
Those things came pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come everybody didn't just like go down to the bottom of the ocean and get their stuff like they were?
That's weird. Almost. Yeah.
What's up with that?
What up with that? But until
we
until we gather together to finish this, to continue this story arc, we'll leave it up there. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. This has been the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
Later, losers.
Goodbye.
Good night, sweet babies.
Yeah.
Douglas Adams' greatest quote was, "Anything invented after you're 35 is against the natural order of things." And then there's another one. What do you get when you multiply 6 by 9? 42. That's it. That's all there is.
Don't stand too long at that symbol, because he did get it off some satanic website.
Nope.
dndbeyond.com.
Definitely did not.
It
My
says
mom would agree.
that Douglas Adams was a genius. He was a profound and brilliant British humorist who was also a very reluctant novelist.
Did he write that?
No, his friend and fellow British storyteller Neil Gaiman told comic riffs.
Neil Gaiman?
Neil
That's
Gaiman.
what I heard.
Neil Gaiman.
In the early chapters of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there's a long discussion about Vogon poetry, the species of aliens who the way they torture people is they write poetry and recite it, and it's so bad that it kills you. And he mentions that it's considered the second worst in the galaxy, or the third worst in the
I love that
galaxy.
part in the
There's
movie.
Vogon poetry, there's another insane alien race, and then there's like a woman's name, and it was like a decade before it came out that was just the name of a woman he went to high school with.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's great. That man's a genius. Did he write that before he was 35, though?
That's a great question.
So, here's a quote from the Hitchhiker's Guide. The ships hung in the sky in much the same way that bricks don't.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't mean anything, but it elicits such a specific reaction that I'm like, yeah, it is like how bricks do.
Here's a really deep one. He felt that his whole life was some kind of dream, and he sometimes wondered whose it was and whether they were enjoying it.
I feel like those are books that you either like you love, that you really dig, or you really hate.
Or you have
Yeah.
the kind of brain that just goes, nope.
Yeah, like that's
I want to
not
be
how
Zaphod
things.
Beeblebox now.
Yeah.
If there's anything more important than my ego around, I want it caught and shot now.
Will, if you want to read these sometime, you're more than welcome.
I would love to borrow the. I gotta finish Merch.
You've not read
and I'll
them?
start 'em. I have
Oh
not.
my
I just
God.
have seen the
Is-
movie.
What I have
Same.
is it's like one big
Omnibus?
volume that is all 4 books.
Okay.
So I mean, it's
think
it's
that's
a
what
good
it's
read, and it
called.
breaks it up.
That
So
sounds-
if you're like, I only want to read the first one,
Yeah,
it's
that
not
sounds
like
good.
you're gonna
Have
lose
you?
track.
There's
But-
4 books to
So there's
Hitchhiker's?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There's Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
Okay.
There's
But most.
So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
Yeah.
And then there's like the 4th one is kind of a short
Epilogue.
story called it's like learning to fly or something. Like the whole bit of the story is that the way that human beings learn to fly is that if you fall down and you get distracted at the last second, you can miss the ground. And if you get distracted, you just fly
just keep
instead.
going.
I don't know, one
That's
of my favorite
funny.
things is when they get back to the ship and the depressed robot is like, I've been talking with the computer and it hates me. Alan Rickman is probably
So,
the perfect person.
Have you
for that.
guys
Oh, he was.
seen